All right. Game 5 of the 2023 NLDS Replay. My name is Brian Hafferkamp. I'm the designer and creator of On Base Baseball. So we'll be using On Base to play out this Game 5 between the Miami Marlins and the Atlanta Braves. So Miami forced a Game 4 with a 4-0 victory in Game 4. Or they forced a Game 5, sorry, but they had a 4-0 victory in Game 4 behind a really strong start from Jesus Luzardo. And excellent work by their bullpen to shut everybody down. This game would have been played, I believe, on October 14th, so that's when we're going to put it. No, it didn't actually make it to Game 5. The Braves lost to the Phillies in Game 4 and lost the series. So October 14th is where we're going to mark down. Everybody should be totally fresh. We've had 2 days off, or a day off in between, I guess, a day and a half. And so everybody's fresh, everybody's available, and we're just going to play it like that except for the 2 starting pitchers from the last 2 series, or the last 2 games. So we're going to have Maxwell Fried going for the Braves, and Braxton Garrett is the young lefty for Miami. Both of these teams pitched to a 16-inning final in game number 2, I believe. Was it game 2? Here it is. So game 2, 16 innings. The Marlins won in 16. Both teams scored in the 12th, but you can see nobody scored outside the 3rd inning. Excellent pitching performances. Both pitchers went into the 7th inning. And expect nothing less than the best in this one. So let's get started with the Marlins lineups. It's gonna be Arise leading off. He's playing second. Soler is the DH. He's hitting in the 2-hole. We're gonna move Berger up to the 3 spot. He's playing third base. Josh Bell is a switch hitting first baseman. He's in the cleanup spot. Moving up Birdie to the 5th spot. He's been actually kind of raking in this series, so we're gonna move him up just a little bit, move up Chisholm just a little bit. He is batting 6th instead of 7th. De La Cruz moves down and Sanchez moves down, and then we're gonna start Jacob Stallings at catcher over Nick Fortis. On the mound is Braxton Garrett. He's a lefty. His stamina is 21 and his Sierra is a 3.62, so he'll be pitching out of the 2nd column. And for the Braves, it's going to be Acuna leading off, Austin Riley at 3rd. Matty Olson is at 1st, left-handed first baseman. Batting cleanup is Ozzie Albies. In the 5-hole is the DH Ozuna. Harris slides into the 6-hole. Rosario is going to get the start even against the lefty. We're looking for offense here. And he's batting in the 7-hole. Arcia is in the 8th spot, and Travis d'Arnaud gets the start in this deciding Game 5. The reason I went with this lineup is because this is the lineup that scored 12 runs in Game 3, I believe. I think it was Game 3. So, looking for some offense. The Braves have had a hard time scoring against this stingy Miami Marlins pitching staff, and so we'll see if they can put up some runs in this game. It'll be Max Fried on the mound. 22 is his stamina, and 3.38 is his Sierra. So he's in this first column. The advantage of being in the first column is even if you go past start past your stamina in an inning, you're only going down to the 2nd column, which makes you still a pretty good pitcher. So having those stud pitchers start, and they can go a little bit longer into the game before they get into kind of dangerous territory as far as their column is concerned. All right. Well, let's get this one started. October 14, 2023, the game that never happened. Game 5 of the NLDS series, Miami at Atlanta. First up for the Marlins, it's going to be Arise, Soler, and Berger. That's their first 3. Not a lot of speed at the top here, but a little bit in the middle. We'll see how that comes into play as well. So let's get started. A 14 for Fried is going to be a blank, so 14 to Arise is going to be a base hit as he gets one started with a bouncer up the middle. And Arise on first with nobody out. Brings up Jorge Soler. Arise and Soler have definitely been their 2 best hitters This is going to be a fly ball out to left center field. Chasing it down in left is Eddie Rosario, and he's going to make the catch in left center. That will be out number 1. Arise back to first, and Jake Berger to the plate. He's 8 batting runs, 22. It's not going to matter here as he swings through a slide piece from Maxwell Fried, and that's Fried's first K of the game. And there are 2 outs with 1 runner on first. Josh Bell batting right-handed against the lefty Fried. 66 is going to be a long single to right center field. Every single with 2 outs is treated like a long single, so nothing particularly interesting there. And because his speed is only a 1, if his speed was a 6 or greater, he would turn that long single into a hustle double. But slow of foot, we say about Josh Bell. Brings up Birdie. Birdie with the 35. 35 to Birdie is going to be a strikeout, and that will be a strikeout swinging. So Fried Ks 2 in the inning. They strand runners at the corners, and Miami comes up empty in the top of the first. No scores. We head to the bottom of the first. It'll be Acuna Jr., Riley, and Olsen for the Bravos. Facing off against Garrett. Garrett again pitching out of column 2. 26 to Ronald Acuna is going to be a base hit just past the shortstop, and he's on at first. Do we dare try to steal? I'm just going to keep doing it until he starts getting some stolen bases. 1 to 7, he's safe. It's a 77% chance of stealing a bag, and he's in there this time. He's been caught stealing so many times. The law of averages is definitely in his favor. So Riley up with a man in scoring position. 35 will not get it done as he's going to strike out swinging. And that's out number 1. Matty Olson, 54 batting runs, 54 home runs as well. He will have a base hit here. I believe 26 is a single. That's shot the other way into left field. Coming around third is Acuna. And he's in there safely as he comes around on the single, and the Braves take a 1-0 lead. Nice work, Matty Olson. All right, brings up Ozzie Albies with a runner at first and 1 out. 56 is going to be a walk. So that'll have 2 runners. The Braves will have 2 runners on here at first and second, with 1 down, and Marcell Ozuna to the plate. Ozuna is going to strike out swinging. That's out number 2. So 2 down now with 1 in scoring position for Michael Harris II. A 36 to Harris is going to be a fly ball down the right field line. Coming in hard to the line is Sanchez, and he'll make the play for out number 3. So the Braves strand 2, but they did score 1. Ronald Acuna manufactures a run, single stolen base, and he comes home on the Matt Olson RBI single. The Braves have a 1-0 lead as we head to the top of the second inning. Be Chisholm, De La Cruz, and Sanchez. And Jazz Chisholm is going to strike out with the swing. So a swing and a miss on a changeup. Brings up De La Cruz, -7 batting runs. Here he's going to pound one into the ground. Right to Matt Olson at first. He's going to flip to the pitcher covering. And that's out number 2. 2 quick outs in the second inning. As Fried, he's got that look in this one. He's got another ground out. This goes to second base. We'll see if there's an error on Ozzie. No error on the play. Ozzie will make the play over to first base. Olson squeezes it for out number 3. That's a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves in the top of the second inning. So we go to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Atlanta. And bottom of the order up, Rosario, Arcia, and d'Arnaud. Rosario, 56, is going to be a strikeout as he strikes out swinging. I'm sorry, that's a strikeout looking. And that's out number 1. The way we tell on the strikeouts, 1 to 6 on the D9 is a strikeout swinging, 7 to 9 is a strikeout looking. It's right here on your game chart if you're playing with the game engine chart. Arcia, 34. 34 to him is going to be a double as he rips one into the right center field gap. It's going to roll all the way to the wall, and Arcia is into second standing up. 1 out double for Orlando. Brings up Travis d'Arnaud. Last game he played in, he had a home run. And let's see what he does in this. He had a home run and a double. Here he is going to strike out though. And yeah. So that's going to be a strikeout swinging. 2 down now. They got 1 runner in scoring position. Base hit by Acuna would put a second run on the board. And let's see what Ronald can do. He's going to hit a ground ball. That goes to shortstop. The shortstop is Birdie, and he's going to make a tough play to get the run at second base. A little diving stop, and we're going to say he goes 6-4 on that. Actually 6-3, right? There's a runner at second base. So he makes a diving stop, pops up, throws to first, and that is going to be a big out for them. So the Braves strand a runner at second base, and we head to the top of the 3rd inning. 1-0 Braves. It'll be Stallings, and then back to the top of the order for the Fish. 44 for Jacob Stallings is going to be a long single. Won't matter here. That's just going to be a base knock for him as he hits one past the second baseman into right center. So Stallings at first with a rise to the plate. A 12 for a rise. This is going to be a ground out, but it says a ground out with a runner advance. So this will be a ground ball to shortstop, a little chopper. And the only play here is going to be to first. So we'll go 6-3 on the put out, and the runner will advance on the fielder's choice. So 1 down, and a runner at second base for Jorge Soler. Soler that's a 36 to Soler. That's going to be a fly ball out to left center field. He got under that one. Eddie Roz is out there, and he's going to make the play for out number 2. The runner stays at second base. Jake Berger, a strikeout victim in his first at bat. He is going to have an RBI single here, though. As he hits it over the second baseman's head, Ozzie jumps up, but he can't get to it. And that's going to be an RBI single as the extra base is given to the slow runner at second, and he scores on the base hit. So we're tied at 1 on a Jake Berger single, and that brings up Josh Bell, who singled in his first at bat. Here he is going to take a walk. That's going to put 2 runners on. So runners at first and second with 2 down, and Birdie, the shortstop, to the plate. He grounds it to the shortstop, and the shortstop is Arcia, and Arcia makes the play. We're going to go 6-3 on the put out. The Fish do come back and score 1 and tie the game at 1, but they strand 2 in the 3rd. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, tied at 1. Riley, Olsen, Albies up for the Braves. 44 to Austin Riley is going to be a walk. So his first time on base, and that brings up Matty Olson, who had an RBI single in his first at bat. 25 is going to be a fly ball down the left field line. Coming in hard is De La Cruz, and he will make a nice sliding catch in left. So that will be out number 1, and the runner stays at first base. Brings in Ozzie Albies, walked in his first at bat. 15 to Albies is going to be a ground out to the shortstop. They're going to go the short way, and that's all they're going to get. So the runner is out at second. We're going to go 6-4 on the fielder's choice, and Albies is standing at first. There's a chance to get him to second base, so we're going to steal and see if he can get into scoring position. 1-6, he's safe. Oh, and he's just in there with a 6. So Albies slides in safely with a stolen base, and he's now in scoring position with 2 outs. Base hit scores a run for Ozuna. Ozuna grounds out to the shortstop. Long throw to first, and that's going to get the Big Bear. The Braves do not score in the 3rd. We go to the top of the 4th. 1-1 is our score. Jazz Chisholm to the plate, and then De La Cruz, and then Sanchez. Chisholm is going to go down for the 2nd straight time. This time it's a changeup. That's out number 1. And De La Cruz stands in. He grounded to first base his first time up. He's going to be a strikeout victim here as he swings through a curveball. And Maxwell Fried got to work in today. Brings up Sanchez. 33 to Sanchez is going to be a base hit off of Fried's column. And so normally that would have been a home run. But Fried's prowess, I guess, it keeps it from being a home run in that column. And it brings up Jacob Stallings. Stallings is 1 for 1 with a base hit. Not going to get a base hit here as he grounds it to Ozzie Albies at second. Albies with the throw to first, and that's going to be the third out. So the Marlins leave a runner at first in the fourth. It is tied at 1 as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It'll be Harris, Rosario, and Arcia. Harris the second, flied out to right in his first at bat. He's got a 15 here. He's going to add a ground out to his resume. That's a rise over to first, and that's out number 1. Eddie Ross struck out in his first at bat. He will face the same fate in his second as he takes this one. He takes the fastball in the corner looking, didn't like it, but strike 3 nonetheless. And a 46 to Arcia is going to be a strikeout swinging. So Braxton Garrett, nice inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Braves. In the fourth, we head to the top of the fifth inning, back to the top of the order for the Marlins. It'll be the third time through the order for Maxwell Fried. It's Arise, Soler, and Jake Berger. A 15 to Arise is going to be a ground ball. That goes to short. No problem there for the shortstop. Arcia, one of the best glove men in the National League. Brings up Jorge Soler. Soler is going to strike out here. That'll be a strikeout swinging as he takes a vicious cut and comes up empty. That is 2, 4, 5 Ks on the day for Maxwell Fried. Sorry, 6. 6 strikeouts. And that brings up Jake Berger. Berger with an RBI single in his last at bat. A 45 is going to be a fly ball. That goes to down the left field line. Coming in to get it. It hangs up for Eddie. And that'll be a 1, 2, 3 inning for the Marlins. So we head to the bottom of the fifth inning. 1-1 is our score. This is shaping up a lot like game 2. Yeah, almost exactly. Almost exactly like it. All right, Travis d'Arnaud, Acuna, and Riley. Let's see if the Braves can bust this one open. A 26 to d'Arnaud is going to be a ground ball. Actually, 26, yeah. That's a ground out to first as he smokes it the other way. But Josh Bell makes a nice play over there. He tosses it to the pitcher covering, and that's going to be the first out of the inning. Brings up Acuna. Acuna 1 for 2. A 44 is a strikeout. So he adds that to his list today. He's 1 for 3 now with a stolen base and a run scored. Brings up Austin Riley. No hits yet for Riley. 23. That's going to be a ground ball to first base. And Josh Bell is a minus fielder, so that's going to be an error on the first baseman, Josh Bell, as he can't handle the ball. And Riley makes it to first safely. Brings up Matt Olson, very dangerous hitter. He already has an RBI single in this one. A 44 to Olson is going to be a strikeout, though, as he swings through a slider. That's out number 3. Just can't quite seem to get Olson going in this series. And we'll see if the Braves make it on to the next series and if he can get hot. All right, it'll be 1-1, our score going into the top of the 6th inning. We got 18, 19, 20, 21. Fried can go 22 before he has to move a column. So he's going to be facing Bell, Birdie, and Chisholm Jr. Trying to keep him in there long enough to get a win. Let's see if the Braves can take care of things. A 45 is going to be a fly ball. Fly ball is out to left center field. That's Eddie Rosario out there. He'll make the catch. Little can of corn out there. And Birdie stands in over 2. 23 is going to be a grounder back to the pitcher. Pitcher makes the play. Fried, a good fielding pitcher. And he is out for out number 2. I think Fried had a string of Gold Gloves at the pitcher spotted, if I'm not mistaken. Not quite Greg Maddux-like, but good pitcher. I mean, a good fielder. This is going to be a strikeout. This will be strikeout number 7 on the game for Max Fried, and that ends the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for Max Fried, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. Atlanta's still tied at 1. It'll be Albies, Ozuna, and Harris for the Braves. This is 18, 19, 20, 21. He can go 21, so you get one more inning where he's at this column. So let's leave him out there to see what he can do. 26 to Ozzy Albies. It is going to be a single with an error check, so it's a single to left field. The left fielder is De La Cruz. No error on the left fielder, so just a base knock for Ozzy Albies. And you know we're sending him 1 to 6. He's safe. 10 doesn't work. And a 4. Let's see that at 4. He's in there with the stolen base. Second stolen base of the game for Ozzy. He's in scoring position for Ozuna, who's 0 for the day. And 11 is not going to help his case as he strikes out for the second time. That'll be out number 1. Really need some production from a guy who's hitting out of this column. Not getting it though. It's going to bring up Harris. Harris also with the strikeout. Yikes. So that's 2 down with a man in scoring position. And Eddie Rosario, can he come through? He struck out twice. Avoid the hat trick, buddy. 24, he cannot, as that is 3 straight strikeouts for Braxton Garrett in his final inning, and he just puts an exclamation point on that one. Gives up a leadoff single and a stolen base to Albies, and then strikes out the side. So we head to the top of the 7th inning. It's going to be 1-1. Our score still. Fried is going to be out there. He's pitching out of the second column now, so he's past his stamina. 44 to a -7 is a long single. That single goes to right center field. Getting to it quickly is the center fielder Harris. He's going to hold the slower De La Cruz to a base hit. Brings up Sanchez. Sanchez 1 for 2 with a single. 16 is going to be a long fly ball. That goes out to right center field. On his horse is Michael Harris. It's going to hang up there, and Harris makes the play with his back to the wall. That gives the runner at first a chance to advance, and that's going to be a runner at second base with 1 out. Brings up Jacob Stallings. 25, that's going to be a fly ball to left field. Eddie Rosario is there, but he's going to make an error on the play. Oof. Wow. All right, dice. Don't fail me here. Looking for that 24. Looking for that 46 for a rise. A 34 instead is not going to be good, as that's a home run chance. If it's an 8 on or a 9 on here, then it's not a home run, but look at that. A rise with the bomb. Hits that one out to right center field. It's a wall scraper, but it counts nonetheless for 3 runs, and man, that is a killer. Braves can't do anything. Guy with 8 home runs on the year deals with them. All right, we gotta take Fried out. Man, that is ridiculous. Okay, Fried coming out of the game. Let's get a new pitcher. New pitcher for the Braves is going to be Joe Jimenez. He is a right-hander. His stamina is 4, and he has a 302 Sierra, so he'll be out of this first column. That closes the book on Fried. 6 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, and 7 Ks. He had only allowed 1 run before that 3-run homer to Luis Arraez. Okay, Jimenez comes in. He's going to be facing Soler and Berger. Soler 0 for 3, struck out his last at bat. He's going to ground out here to the shortstop, and that'll be out number 2. Braves are going to have to do some work in this one. They're down 4-1 in the 7th inning. A 23 is a grounder to Austin Riley. Riley makes the play at third, spins and throws, and gets his man at first. And so that's going to be out number 3, but not before the Marlins put 3 on the board in the 7th. Braves do have the final at bat in this one, so they get 3 more cracks at it. It'll be Arcia, Darno, and Acuna. We actually need to get a new pitcher in here for the Marlins. New pitcher for the Marlins is going to be Nardi, Andrew Nardi. 4 is his stamina and 318 is his Sierra, so it's pitching out of column 1. Bridge to the end of the game is going to be Nardi, Scott, and Puck for the Marlins. That's the plan for the 7th, 8th, 9th. We'll see if they get there. That's going to end the day for Braxton Garrett, who goes 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and 11 Ks. So for the series, his 2 starts, he's got 13 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, and 15 Ks. So pretty excellent start for the young man. And he's on the hook for the win after that 3-run 7th inning for the Marlins. For Nardi, it's going to be Arcia, Darno, and Acuna. So Nardi with the pitch. This is a fly ball. Arcia gets a hold of it out to deep left field. Going back to the track is going to be the left fielder De La Cruz, but he does make the catch as that one stays just inside the park and brings up Travis d'Arnaud. The home crowd is just looking to erupt for something. That's going to be a base hit for Travis as he rips one through the hole in the left side, and that's out to left field. So it brings up Ronald Acuna. Top 3 guys just looking to explode a little bit, but just haven't been able to. This is a ground ball to the pitcher. Let's see if the pitcher makes the play. He does. That's going to be fielder's choice at second, so it'll be out number 2 there. Ronald's on with the 1-6 fielder's choice. Let's go ahead and try to get him into scoring position. 1-7 he steals a base. He's in there for his second stolen base of the day. So he and Albies both with 2 steals. Brings up Austin Riley to the plate. 25. Riley just can't get it going. This is a fly ball to left center field. And making the play out there is De La Cruz. That's out number 3. And the Braves are quickly running out of outs here. As they get shut down in the 7th, they leave a man in scoring position. And we go to the top of the 8th inning. Joe Jimenez still out there. Let's get a new pitcher in the game for the Braves. All right, new pitcher is AJ Minter, left-handed pitcher. 4 is his stamina and 306 is Sierra, so he's out of this first column. He replaces Joe Jimenez, who came in and put out the fire in the 7th. Goes 2/3 of an inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, and no errors. He got a couple of ground outs, and nice job of just getting the Braves through the 7th inning. The Braves are down 4-1. They need to hold this Miami Marlins offense down here. It's going to be Bell, Birdie, and Chisholm. We got the B's, Burger, Bell, Birdie in the middle there. Bell is 1 for 2. He's got a single, and he's got a walk. He flied out his last at bat. He's going to strike out here as AJ Minter gets him on the slide piece. Batting right-handed against the lefty Minter. Birdie stands in. John Birdie, he's a shortstop, right-handed batter. This will be a ground ball to short. Arcia with the play. Makes a nice diving stop there. Gets it over to first. And smooth as silk. Out number 2. Jazz Chisholm. Jazz Chisholm. He's got the hat trick. 36. Is he going to strike out again? He at least gets some wood on it this time. That's going to be a fly ball to left. He avoids the old golden sombrero. And that is 3 of 3 down. Nice job by AJ Minter coming in the 8th to shut down the Marlins offense. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. 4-1 is our score. Winner of this game moves on to face the winner of Los Angeles and Milwaukee. That's the Dodgers, not the Angels. And so that'll be the next series up. But Atlanta, with their backs against the wall, they've got 6 outs to score at least 3 runs. And they got all the people to do it. Olsen, Albies, and Ozuna to the plate. We need a new pitcher here for the Marlins. Let's get him in. All right, pitcher for the Marlins is Tanner Scott. He's a lefty. 4 stamina, 266 Sierra. So he's out of that first column. And he replaces Nardi. Andrew Nardi goes 1 inning, gives up 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and no Ks. It'll be Olsen, Albies, and Ozuna for the Braves. Let's see if they can get the old bats working. A 22 is a good sign. A portent of things to come. A 22 is a blank here for, what's his name, Olsen. It's a double or a triple. That's a 7. That's a 5. So that's going to be a 2-bagger. Dead center field, off the very top of the wall, almost had a home run. And Matty Olson with a 2-hit day. He's got a single and a double in 4 at-bats. Brings up Ozzy Albies. He's 1 for 2. 45 to Albies is going to be a base hit. That's right up the middle. and that's a single for Ozzy. Going to stop at third base as Wash holds them up. Runners at first and third, and nobody out for Marcell Ozuna. 23, that's going to be a fly ball. That's out to left field. The play is made in left. Runner's going to hold at third. Still an opportunity here for a big inning as Mike Harris steadies in. 33 or 34 is what we're looking here from Money Mike. We'll see if he gets it. It's a 33. Look at that. Oh my goodness. It's a 4. So a 33 to Money Mike. Leave one out over the plate. Don't do that. Oh, that's a single. Base hit scores a run though for Mike Harris. And so that's going to be an RBI. That pushes the runner at first all the way to third. And the Braves are in business. They've cut the lead to 4-2 in the 8th inning. Still runners at the corners. This time we got a fast runner at third, so a fly ball could score a run. And Mike Harris standing at first base. Eddie Roz still in the game. Let's see if he can make some noise. 56, not going to get it done as he strikes out. That's out number 2. We got an ace in the hole. Do we play him now? Ace in the hole for us is Murphy. Murphy, 16 batting runs. RC already has a double today. This is where you get paid the big bucks, you know. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to let it ride. If Arcia gets a base hit, then we'll pinch hit for Travis d'Arnaud, or if Arcia otherwise gets on base. So we got runners at the corners, 2 down. Orlando Arcia has been clutch in his career. What he really needs here, he cannot hit a home run, so that's sort of where we are with that. Because of the pitcher on the mound. So I know some people might not like that, but that's the way it is. That's a strikeout. So that's going to end the inning and end the threat for the Braves. The Braves do get 1. They cut the lead in half. It's 4-2. Atlanta is down as we head to the top of the 9th inning. Let's get a new pitcher for the Bravos. All right, new pitcher for the Braves is going to be Raisel Iglesias. Iglesias, right-handed pitcher with 4 stamina, 306, so he's pitching out of column 1. He replaces AJ Minter, who goes 1 inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. Had a nice clean inning for the Braves. So he's had an excellent series, Minter has, and has been really good in this series so far. So is Tanner Scott, who got through that inning, gave up 3 hits, but no run, or only 1 run, I guess, and they'll be bringing in their closer for the 9th inning. Let's see if Iglesias, who is the closer for the Braves, can hold down this bottom of the lineup. De La Cruz, Sanchez, and Stallings. 55 to De La Cruz. That's going to be a line out to the catcher. You can't do that, so it's going to be a pop out as the catcher throws off his mask, and d'Arnaud makes the play for out number 1. All right, Sanchez to the plate. Sanchez 1 for 3. 25 is going to be a fly ball to left or right center field, and that's actually going to be an error on Ronald Acuna. A rare error out there on the MVP candidate. So runner at first base with 1 out. Brings up Jacob Stallings. Stallings with a 46. Exactly what the doctor ordered for Iglesias, who throws a fork ball and gets Stallings to pound it into the ground to third base. We're going to go 5-4-3 on that DP. 46 is going to be a double play or a strikeout. So with the double play in order, that is a double play. 5-4-3 around the horn, and that's going to end the regulation for Miami. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. 4-2 is our score. Winner goes on, loser goes home. And let's see if the Braves have a little magic in their bats. All right, new pitcher for the Marlins is going to be A.J. Puck. Puck comes in and relieves Scott. Scott went 1 inning, 3 hits, 1 run. He gave up the RBI single to Mike Harris. No walks and 2 strikeouts. He did end the inning with a couple of strikeouts. Puck, left-handed pitcher, can go 4 batters, and he has got a 266 Sierra, so pitching out of this first column. Both of these teams, excellent bullpens, at least at the top of their bullpen, and yeah, it's going to be very interesting this inning. So we're going to have a pinch hitter for d'Arnaud. That's going to be Sean Murphy. Murphy, the young catcher, came over from Oakland. So essentially, Braves have Oakland's top 2 players from the last 5 years. Murphy, a right-handed hitter. He's got a 16 batting runs, which is really all that I care about. We're going to put him in at catcher. And let's see, he's a +2. All right. So he's coming in to play here. We're going to get a new pitcher here. All right. This is it. 3 outs to go. The Braves are down by 2. They have some of the best players in baseball coming up. They got Murphy, the best catcher. They got Acuna, the best right fielder, and they got Riley, one of the top 5 third basemen. So let's see if they can put some hits together against AJ Puck. Come on, Dice. Get them to the next round. A 22 is going to be an excellent start. A 22 is a blank here. 22 for a 16 batting runs, a double or a triple if this is a 7. It's not. So that's going to be a 2-bagger into left center. And Murphy comes in off the bench and gives them a little bit of a spark. So it's going to be Acuna to the plate. Acuna is 1 for 4. He does have 2 steals. A 23 is not going to get it done. That's going to be a ground ball to right out in front of the plate to the catcher. Let's see if he makes an error. No error on the play as Jacob Stallings pounces on it. He guns it to first after looking the runner back at second. And that's going to be 2-3 on the putout. Runner stays at second. Austin Riley to the plate. Riley is 0 for the day. Does have a walk. Looking for the big hit here. A 55 is not going to be big enough as it's a line out, and that line drive goes to the third baseman. That's 2 outs. Braves down to their last out. They got the man at the plate, 2 for 4. Matty Olson, 54 bombs in the regular season, 139 RBIs. If there was ever a time for a 45, now's the time. It's a 23. That's going to be a ground ball. That goes to shortstop. Can Birdie make the play to end the game? He can. I saw it. It went off of a 2 to a 6. 2 would have been excellent, but still wouldn't have mattered. So we're going to go 6-3, and the Marlins rush the field as they complete the 3-2 victory in game, or 3-2 victory in the series. They win this game 4-2 over the Braves, and they are rushing Truist Field right now, jumping on each other because they are advancing. They are the Cinderella story of Cinderella stories, just like the Arizona Diamondbacks have made their way to the World Series this year. So have the Miami Marlins are on their way. They'll be taking on the winner of the Dodgers and the Brewers. For Iglesias, it's going to be 1 inning, no hits, no runs, no nothing. And for AJ Puck, 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, no Ks. He's going to get the save. We got a hold here. I think we get a hold here, and we get a win here. Maxwell Fried is going to take the loss. And the Braves could not put up enough offense in this one, which was surprising. They had 1 game where they broke out, scored 12, but otherwise this Marlins pitching staff really held them in check. And Braves got good pitching too, just not enough and not at the right times. So let me go ahead and come up with the totals in this one. We'll be right back. All right, and we're back with the totals. For Miami, it's 4 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. For the Braves, it's 2 runs on 9 hits and 2 errors. Player of the game is going to go to, well, I'm going to split it. Luis Arraez and Braxton Garrett. Garrett with 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and 11 strikeouts of these Braves. And Luis Arraez, 2 for 4. He had a single and the go-ahead 3-run home run clutch off of Maxwell Fried, Fried's last batter. So the Braves go down in this one 4-2, and that means they lose the series. Miami wins this one 3-2. I wish it was 3-3, but they win this series 3-2. Braves go home, Miami goes on, and like I said, they'll face off against the winner of the Dodgers and the Brewers, which will be our next NLDS round. And sad but true, Braves just couldn't put anything together, man. They had a chance at the end. Riley up, Olsen up, Acuna up with a runner on and a chance to tie it, and none of them could come through. And that's how baseball works, right? And sometimes you can't turn the spigot off, and sometimes you can't get the water to flow, and that's just the way it is. All right, so that's going to end this series. My team, unfortunately, gets bounced in the first round again, so maybe it's not the playoff format. I don't know. Maybe they just couldn't put it together. But the dice didn't like them this game, and so we are going to move on to the next round. This is played using the 2023 season set for On-Base Baseball. On-Base is a sabermetric-driven tabletop baseball game using cards and dice. You can play with the cards version. I'm using what I'm calling the roster sheets. So basically these are just sheets of players. All of these players are rated for their, so you see their Sierra here, you see their stamina for the pitchers, and for the batters you can see their batting runs and their defense and their speed, which I merely transfer over to the to this On-Base Baseball score sheet, which has room for batting runs, defense, and speed. So you just transfer those over, and then you can play the game straight off of the score sheet. And then you need the game engine chart in order to get your results. So really very small footprint for this game, and then just kind of keep your you can either keep these on a computer next to you, or you can print off what you need. I think it's only probably maybe 15 pages of roster sheets. I mean, it's got everybody that got into a game, whether they're a pitcher or a batter. And so I think it's maybe 8 or 10 for the batters, 10 or 15 for the pitchers. So you can literally print that out, put it into a notebook, and then you would have everybody print on both sheets, print them front and back, which is what I do. You can see here that I've printed, well, that's the pitchers, that's not a good one, but I printed all the Braves batters on one sheet or one side, and I printed all the Marlins batters on the other side, and so I just can flip over. So I try to do it in the most economic way that I can. Most of your players that get in the most are going to be at the top of the team list, and so it should be easy to find the guys who are going to get into the game most of the time. The game engine charts, you can play with a modern game engine chart, which is what I'm doing with the 2023 season. That's going to come with your purchase. So your purchase comes with the game engine chart, all the roster sheets for batters and pitchers, and then you're also going to have cards. Every player is carded as well. So all of those stats and all of these ratings, they're printed on the cards themselves. Plus, like, let's say for Max Fried, this column here is going to be printed on the card itself, so that you can just simply play with the card, and you don't have to fill anything in. You can just look at the cards and play sort of traditional card-based game. But if you don't want to cut out the cards, or it's difficult for you, I totally get it and totally understand, and you can just print out the roster sheet sets. So different strokes for different folks. Different people like to play it different ways. Some people like to have the cards, some people don't care, or they just don't want to go through the trouble of printing and cutting and all that kind of stuff. So I like to do both. I prefer cards, but the roster sheets, I have to admit, it's very helpful, especially for a big project like this where you're printing out many teams. What are there? They're probably I don't know, maybe 16 teams or something like that. I mean, it's quite a bit. 14 teams. I'm not sure exactly how many actually make it into the playoffs, but it's quite a few teams, and that would be a lot of cutting. And I already have kind of a bigger project with the Max Fried replay in 2022 that I'm printing out multiple teams in the that he had to pitch against. So it's, this is an economical way to do it. Saves you on printing and saves you on time. You can be into this game and out of this game very quickly. You can see most games, they only take 20 to 30 minutes to play for a nice crisply pitched game. This one we've had, I would say an average number of pitchers come in. Most guys are going to throw an inning these days. So you can pick this up at clarkandaddisongaming.com. I'll put the link in the description. You can also join the Facebook group for Clark and Addison Gaming, where you'll get insights, you'll get game news, things that we're working on. Sometimes I post up there that you don't get to see anywhere else. I've got a file there for a new football game, a dice football game. This game here, actually, you can see it. So these are the, I don't know if I have the new cards or not. So here's the new cards for it. You can see this is the old card. Similar, but not the same. And actually there are newer cards than that that have a little defense rating over there. So you get your player finder here, and then you're rolling against the, sorry about that. You're rolling against different offense and defense. Defense comes into play a little bit. You got your penalties here. On the back side, you can see all of your special teams plays. There's an onside kick. I've added a Hail Mary. I've added a fourth down, like a fourth and short kind of column if you're at fourth and short and you're going for it on 4th and 1 or 2. So kind of a fun game. Just thinking about similar concepts I'm showing you because it fits into what we're doing here with on-base baseball. Kind of a similar concept where you have dice rolling game. So this is the newer. These are the newer charts with the yellow. So the yellow means you can add rack yards or yak yards to the play. If not, it is what it is. We got different penalties here, and we got some. If you have an interception or some sort of a turnover, where is that? I know I'm missing it. It must be on another sheet, a third sheet. Yeah. So if you have an interception or a turnover, you also roll to see what happened on the play. Chance for a touchdown on those. All right, so just some different games working on that. You can actually download that game free if you join the Facebook group. I'll put that link down in the description. Just answer a few questions. They're tabletop game related, just to kind of get a sense of who you are and what you play and who you are as you join the community. And it's a private group, so there's no spammy nonsense in there. Just people who are interested in the games that I make, who have questions about the games that I make and that I play. And also, you can ask any answers about any of my games, or ask for any answers, ask your questions. Happy to oblige there. That's actually going to be sort of my first place that I'm going to go to and answer questions. But I'm pretty active on Facebook and some other groups as well. So you can always reach out to me there. You can also send an email to clarkandaddisongaming@gmail.com and I will get that. So lots of different ways to get a hold of me. You can leave a comment down in the description. I love comments and I will definitely interact with you. So if you like this game, if you have anything to say about this game between the Marlins and the Braves, feel free to leave a comment down there. I got lots of things to say about the Braves this year. Underachiever is maybe an overstatement, but they underachieved in real life. They underachieved here on the tabletop, so I don't know exactly what to do. I had a lot higher hopes for the offense, but really just nothing. Just getting a lot of nothing, a lot of base hits from the top of the order and no power, especially Matty Olson, just nothing. A little bit frustrating there. And yeah, a lot of rallies killed by getting thrown out, trying to steal bases for a guy with 73 stolen bases on the year. Austin Riley, outside of one game, not really much, which is what happened in real life. So just got shut down by good pitching in a short series. I don't know how this would go if we had to continue on. Would Miami have enough firepower to last an entire series? The next game would have been maybe Bryce Elder again, or an AJ Smith-Shawver start. I don't know who would have started the next game, but the first time they had to go to somebody outside their top two, the Marlins got bombed out. They got beat 12-8. So, and that game wasn't close. It was 8-2 for a long time. And so who knows if they had to dip down into their third or fourth guys. So that's the beauty of the short series, I guess, right? Anybody can win, and a little bit unfair to the better team, but that's the way it plays, and you got to go out and you got to win. You got to win the best out of 5. You got to win 3 games. So Miami is set to move on. They are one of the last wild cards, and so they are moving on, just like Arizona. And we got a new Cinderella here. And we'll see if they can go in and take out the winner of LA and Milwaukee. That should be an interesting series. Milwaukee's got the pitching, LA's got the hitting, and we'll see how that goes. Let's see if Betts and Freeman can carry the Dodgers this time through the series. They don't have a lot else, I don't think, but they got those 2 guys who are world beaters. But you can see here, you can get shut down by good pitching, so we'll see if the Corbin Burns and company, Freddie Peralta, they shut down the Arizona Diamondbacks. Let's see if they can shut down the LA Dodgers. So pay attention for that coming soon. Tomorrow, be game number 1 of the LDS for those teams. Have to get them all set up. But this one is 4-2. I appreciate you sticking around. I appreciate your support of the game. This game and all of my games. Community has been really great in adopting sort of new ways of thinking about tabletop baseball and tabletop gaming in general, and I'm definitely going to bring something a little bit different to the table than what your traditional games are going to bring, and hopefully that's better. Hopefully you like it and you spread the word. If you like this content, if you like this game, just click the thumbs up. Super easy way to support what I'm doing here. And if you find yourself watching multiples of these games, just click on the subscribe button and you'll get notified of new games when they're posted. I'm going to stay pretty committed much as I can. We have a big move coming up, so I'm going to try to stick with this this replay best I can, and see if we can move ourselves through this. We'll see how that goes into the future. Might have to take a little bit of a hiatus. Not sure. All right, that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.